That song goes out to Chew Girl. You're listening to MSP Waves Radio. I'm your host, Genki J. I'm also known as Aggro, who is currently Witness 9, back in the top 10. That still feels pretty good. And life is pretty good. Yeah, reseller on Steem. If you want to go, come on. You're more than welcome to go join. Go hop into the MSP Waves waiting room with Mr. Juan Don de MSP Wavezo. And that would be good. So yeah, just hop. You gotta get in there. You gotta get in there and talk to him. He doesn't bite. He's a nice guy. There you go. Gotta take the server mute off, or you have to unmute your microphone. Just check all your shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I won. I'm a savage dice roller. You guys can't mess with my dice. So I'm just going to go give the Mr. or Mrs. or Miss reseller on Steam It another moment or two before I go drag them live on air. And I don't know. I'm hoping that a couple of these other familiar faces might want to go hop on the radio show tonight. It might end up being sort of a shorter show. It is Christmas Eve. And, we got to get up early tomorrow and have our kids kind of scream at us in our face for presents. Presents! We want presents! I'd be amazed if my kids are asleep. But that's how this thing goes. Yeah, MSP Waves wins. I'll go send them another 25 buckaroos. I guess I'm sending them 25 Steem. That's a ton of money. Yeah, in the latest round, I dominated. I got a 71. Nobody came close. So I win. It's a savage business that we're in. All right, so reseller, are you all set? Let's see, reseller, all set. You good to go? You had a 70, but it wasn't a 71 intuitive. It's good to win. All right, let's go poll reseller. So, reseller, you are on MSP Waves. This is the Minnow.
Hello.
How are things? Apparently, they're a little bit off. You're no longer talking. Either your push to talk isn't working or something.
Oh, I can't hear you for some reason.
I can hear you just fine. You want to go leave and come back? Exit Discord, and come right back. Can't hear you. Yeah, well, that's why I'm giving you instructions right here. Oh, I can hear my kids starting to cry. It's that time. It's that time. It's the witching hour. It's 9 o'clock Eastern. And can you guys hear baby number 2 crying? Can you hear that? You can't hear that crying? I mean, I can hear it through my headphones. Yeah, there we go. Now people understand my existence. Well, no, let's... Oh, that baby. All right, let's go try this reseller on Steem It. All right, reseller, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, sometimes you just have to leave and come back. All right, give me 1 second. It's very difficult to go concentrate. Hold on one moment.
No problem. I have kids myself. I understand. I hope everyone's having fun playing the dice game here.
Oh my god. That baby number 2 has pipes. Like serious freaking pipes. There's nobody that can pump the volume up louder than baby number 2. It sounds awful.
My second kid was the crazy one.
Okay. So, reseller, why are you reseller on Steem It? So where does that name come from? I'm assuming you're selling something?
Okay, so let me start at the beginning. So when I first started Steem It, I was on YouTube. I do a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is I go to thrift shops and garage sales, and I just resell stuff on eBay. So that was how I got the name. It's a stupid name, and I wish I could have changed it, but it was too late. I didn't realize it was forever. So that's how they got the name.
All right. What are you still doing that? Are you still sort of trolling the eBays and the auctions and the stores of the world, finding good stuff to sell?
Yeah, I've been doing it since I was like 6 years old. It's kind of like something I do part time. I actually work in the movie business. It's my 9 to 5 job, and just kind of reselling for stuff I find at garage sales and stuff is kind of a part time gig. And I thought I'd use Steam It to kind of promote my YouTube channels, and it just become like my whole Steam It account has become like this whole other beast in itself.
So what are you mostly doing on your Steam It channel now? Are you talking about movies, talking about the reselling, talking about whatever the hell you want? Where does it go?
Right now I do kind of like I promote some of my YouTube videos, and I also do a little bit of vlogging, but I started like Steam It RPG, which is kind of like a dice rolling game like you kind of have here, and it's morphed into like I do a fortune cookie now of the day. It's kind of weird.
Okay. How many people do you have subscribing to your YouTube channel?
Just over 3,100.
Okay. So how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing my YouTube channel since February, and I got on Steam It like in June when that major wave came through. But when people were talking about it on YouTube, that's how I found out about it.
What were they saying on YouTube at the time?
Well, what really got me into it was like, oh, you can earn your money like posting and vlogging, and it made sense because you go on Facebook, Twitter, and everything, and they're just pretty much using you for advertising. And I thought like, well, I've been into cryptocurrency since 2012, and I thought like Steam, it's like the perfect place to kind of just do my thing and try to get a little bit of money blogging.
How did you find out about cryptocurrencies in general?
My brother told me about it in 2012 when Bitcoin and everything was starting to just barely come into the I don't want to say mainstream because it's not really even there yet. Well, I guess it is kind of now, but my brother got me into it a long time ago.
Okay. Were you mining? How else were you involved? Or were you just buying it?
Well, my brother was mining. That's how he started. And he tried to, this is before the difficulty was all crazy. And like now you have to have this huge old rig and setup. But that's how I got into it. I was making like lapel pins, like Bitcoin lapel pins. And I was making actually cryptocurrency merchandise to earn Bitcoin. That's how I figured like this is how I'm going to get it. This is before Coinbase and everything.
Okay. So, was that successful for you? Were you able to go find a bunch of funds by having done that?
Yeah, it was really cool at first. The community was very welcoming. It was very small at the time, and I was making high quality Bitcoin pins, and people were like wearing them on TV shows. Like I think the most famous one was what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. It starts with an A.
I don't know. That's
not
a lot to go with.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, hey, pick a vowel. Okay, I pick A. Like, it's Antonopoulos, or I forget the guy's name. But anyways, he went on the Max Kaiser show with one of my pins, and that was probably one of the highlights of that whole situation.
Well, that's fun. That's cool.
Andreas Antonopoulos, that's his name. If you're in the Bitcoin community, you know who that guy is.
Okay. Are you still doing that? Are you done making pins?
No, I still make pins. I actually tried to fund a Steam It pin when I first started. When I first came on Steam It, but that didn't work out. I was still new, and I was trying to crowdfund that, but because those things cost a lot of money to make.
What do they cost to make?
Probably like between like $300 and $400 to make like really high quality, like a 1-inch squared one.
But not per pin, or yes per pin?
Oh no, for like 100 of them.
All right. Well, that's not that hard to go do anymore.
No,
it was hard. But I think if you want to go make your Steam pin, I can go re-Steam that to now 9,000 people, and I bet we can get some love for it.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, it was crazy like to see, I've been banking on my Steam back dollars forever, and then when the price went to like 16, I was able to bank it to get more Steam power, so that was awesome.
You're killing me. I've been in the mindset of no matter what I do, I'm just holding this stuff. So it didn't really matter what I did at the time. And then Steam actually got up to $4. And now I'm thinking, if I want to remain a witness here, and if I want to keep providing benefit to this community, it's not fair to this community if I'm not spending all my time on this. So, my next plan is to go switch into like full-time Steam land, but that is, it takes a different mindset than I don't care what the highs and lows are. I'm just going to let this stuff sit and take it out when, like my kids need to go to college or something.
Exactly.
And instead now it's like, all right, I got to start taking out a daily drawdown And so I wish I had thought differently like 2 weeks ago and said, oh, when we get to this high, because 20,000, I started thinking to myself like, wow, when I get this emotion of things are going fucking awesome, like I should probably sell. That when that hits me, when I get that sense, like it's time to tank some of the winnings. If it goes up more, then great. It like that's amazing and all, but I don't care. I would have been okay. And now I got to like think how I'm going to strategically slowly wind down some of this stuff so that I could do it full time.
Yeah, well, it was pretty lucky. I happened to watch or listen to some podcast that was a Steem It podcast. They were like, "Oh, Steem It's at Steam back dollars are at 11," and it was only like $1 something. So the ratio was the perfect storm to get into Steam Power. And ironically, I was reading the Steem media with the smart media tokens white paper today, and oh my god, that's I should have went to computer science school. But anyways, I didn't realize that it's not called Steam back dollars. They call it Steem blockchain dollars.
Yeah,
did you know that?
I did. I've been told that, and I don't know. That's pretty dumb too. But
that was the highlight of me reading the white paper. It's like, oh, it's called Steem blockchain dollars, not Steam back dollars.
yeah, Steam backed dollars actually makes a lot more sense though, because they are actually backed by Steam. So
yeah, exactly.
I don't remember them running it by any of the witnesses saying like, hey, we're going to go change this. What do you guys think? Because I think a bunch of us would have been like, wow, that's a really dumb idea, and I hope you don't do it.
Yeah, well, I'm almost at 1,000 followers, so if anyone wants to co-follow me, I'm at Reseller. I have some fun daily games that I do, and like I said, I've been trying to get my family on this because it's an amazing platform, and it's still in its infancy, to be honest. And they're always changing stuff, so it's good that the community's great here, also.
Yeah, I think we're about to go hit. So just in these conversations I have with YouTube folks, and they'll say, hey, come join Steem. And then they'll be like, great, I'll go join Steem. And then they sign up and they're like, it's been 2 weeks and I haven't heard back. What the fuck is wrong with Steem?
Yeah.
And so that's not the best experience. And Hard Fork 20 is about to fix that. So I'm looking forward to that.
What I was going to say is, like, for me, and my experience of getting my friends on here is they want to see immediate results. And for me, it's like, that's just not how this operates. You have to be genuinely want to blog about something that you like. You want to genuinely be commenting about stuff that you enjoy. And the money part of it, you shouldn't really think about it. You should just really think about, coming here, being part of the community, blogging about what you like, and then everything will follow suit afterwards. Yeah,
totally. Completely agree with that. And you got to do it in the high times and the low times. I mean, like, if you want to have an audience for when the price is high, you don't like start when the price is high and then reap the rewards. You like sit here and slog it out when the price is low, build an audience, particularly when there's fewer people posting. And then when the rewards are high, you kind of like spam out some good posts, and now you're catching real rewards. And if your first day on Steem is the day that it hits 16 SBD or whatever, it's not going to help you a ton because like you don't have an audience to help you. So you got to do it.
Well, the thing is too, the thing is, for us that have been here for a while, we understand the processes and everything. But for new users, it took me a while to figure out the ins and outs of Steem Power, banking and upvotes and curation. And I think that turns away a lot of people too, because everyone that I've ever turned onto this platform, they're like, what the hell is going on in this thing? I don't even know what I'm doing. And I can understand that. And I sympathize with those people.
Yeah. I mean, it's a challenge. And I've written a whole bunch of posts trying to explain what this place is. I had one that was pretty good. That was, can you explain Steem It to me like I'm 5? And that seemed to go pretty well. In fact, I was thinking about coming back and not doing a repost, but just sort of looking at that then and looking at it now and trying to explain some of the fundamentals that somebody needs to understand. You don't need to understand everything. Like, I don't really understand every single aspect of like the circuitry in my dishwasher or my laundry machine or something. But
Yeah.
you got to know something like, okay, well, you got all whites here, so you better do it on hot and put in, don't use a color bleach, put in this other bleach or any of that kind of crap. Like, you just got to know, you don't have to know everything about how it works, but you do have to know how to use it well. And so I'm trying to figure out and been trying to post stories that might explain to people what is it that they need to know. What's the minimum viable knowledge? I mean, it's normally minimum viable product, but minimal viable posting. I'm not sure what it is, but there's some neat little acronym down there that I could use to go explain how this works.
Yeah, what helped me a lot when I was like brand new is I watched a YouTube video about there was like some animation thing that explained Steam power, and you've probably seen it. It's like a little animation. It's maybe 2.5 minutes long, and that itself explains so much. And then also the guy that does the whiteboard, he's like a community member here.
Well, I mean, I can go on Fiverr now and go get a little whiteboard talk done.
Yeah, but for me, what I'm saying is, for me, that was what was easier to, understand than reading the white paper or trying to figure it out on my own. Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to Steem. Here's a 60-page white paper to get you going. Is not that's not introductory reading.
Well, here's the thing: is like it's funny because what do you call it? The media, the smart media tokens white paper is like, oh my god, it's all this math, and like it's even crazier.
Yeah, it's not friendly. I mean that. I've been sort of waiting to get onto vacation so that I can go, so that I can spend more time with it. I mean, I get the concept, I get what we're trying to do and where we're going with it, but I haven't shifted or sifted through all the details yet, because the thing's a freaking monster. It's 60 pages of monsterdom.
Yeah, here's the thing: is like 80% of it's literally kind of, I think it's like JSON or some kind of coding. Yep. It's basically it's for someone who wants to set it up for their own site, and so that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're talking about how can we tokenize the internet? How do you make it so that you can have a reseller token and I can have an MSP Waves token and a MSP or PalNet token or something like that? And how do we use that to our advantage? How do we do that?
Right, and I find that highly exciting to see what 2018 is going to bring with the smart media tokens, like what exactly is going to happen. And I've been in the gaming, I've been in all kinds of industries over the years, and there's going to be someone that's going to do something that the developers didn't even think of that is going to be like, wow, that is amazing what they're doing with this.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked. I mean, when I look at, let's go look at Steam prices. This is like a bit of a
well, we have a bot. Just put the price in the thing, right?
No, I don't want that, because I want the live. I use a site that Team Steam hooked me up with called Live Coin Watch.
Oh, cool!
And what I like, it shows all of these in tandem with one another. And so Bitcoin is sitting at 13,971, so that's a pretty fat dump compared to where it was a week ago. Bitcoin Absolutely. Cash is doing okay at 3,184. And then I come down to where Steem is at, which is typically around spot 33 or something. We're down to 35. But we're at $3.14. So, that for the people that were here just a second ago and were like, well, holy shit, we just hit $4 or $4.40 or whatever. We hit $1 billion market cap, 314 blows. Well, you guys got to hold back. I mean, this is
exactly.
We would be thrilled to have 314, and not only do we have 314, but the most important part to me is that we have 314 while we're sitting at 14,000 for Bitcoin. So
yeah, exactly. And I was happy when we got back up to 2 for being like at $1 forever.
Yeah, so I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. And when the recovery hits, and I'm assuming that a recovery will hit, we'll get a couple days after Christmas or New Year's, and basically people will get back to trading and say like, well, I think some of this is I don't want to risk my money over the holidays when I know I'm not going to be paying attention.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe some of this is market manipulation, because I know that the big banks like to manipulate things around holidays. So maybe this is like we're seeing some of how JP Morgan and how some of like Bank of America or any of these other big companies that are sort of moving more and more into crypto to plug their fiat dollars into this thing. So maybe they're manipulating it prior to coming in. I don't have a lot of evidence for that though. So
Yeah, I've been in the space for a while, and it's usually actually every Christmas it seems to, or the holiday season, Christmas time is when it usually the prices seem to tank traditionally, anyways.
yeah, I just wish. I'm kicking myself. I just wish I had been in a different mindset prior to this. I wasn't in it because we hadn't hit $4, and I was like, this thing is cool and all, but it's not like I can live off of this. Hits
Well, here's the
$4, and I'm like, oh shit, I could live off of this.
Well, here's the thing too is like here's the thing no one's talking about. There's no major celebrities on Steam It. Once a major celebrity comes on Steam It, it's just gonna go through the roof.
Yeah, yeah. And, I mean, people are coming here. We got Michael Venom Page. Do you follow UFC at all?
No, I don't know who that is.
So he's a fighter for the UFC, and he's really fucking good. Like when they slow him down to slow motion, it looks like he is punching. Like that's how fast he is. It looks like it's normal speed. It's out. It's like shocking how fast this guy is able to move. So we have Michael Venom Page on here, and having Neil Strauss on here, who writes for Rolling Stone. That's kind of a big deal. Glad to see that he's getting $5,000 from this community for his Elon Musk article.
Oh yeah, that was really cool.
So we have something that's brewing here. We're not at it's not like Oprah's posting here yet, but but we're gonna get there. People are gonna do this because you either do this on Facebook or you do this on Twitter, and Twitter's creepy as hell these days.
Yeah, Twitter's like just a bunch of infighting too. No one wants to deal with any of that too.
Yeah, I mean, I can't stand most of it. I think Gab is going to be hot. I got an email from Gab that they're going to go do
Gab.ai or something. Yeah,
they're going to do an ICO. So it sounds like Gab's going to go ride the Steem train and do their social media with their own coin.
Well, that would be actually the perfect place to do the smart media tokens because they have that all set up. I've had a Gab account for like a year now.
Yeah, I don't know how you would bring an entirely different community that isn't on Steem onto that. But maybe they just all say, screw it. Why would I do Twitter when I could just do Zapple and do all my tweets here and do short form content on the blockchain?
Yeah, exactly.
Special shout out to Dead Son. It's been a while since I've seen Dead Son around, so it's good to see you here, bud.
Yeah, the future is bright for Steem It, and like I said, I'm trying to get all my friends on here because it's a really great platform, and there's so much that you can do, and just the whole aspect of getting kind of tipped for what you are passionate about is definitely a plus.
Absolutely. I only have nice things to say about Steem. I mean, with the exception of the distribution, this place is pretty amazing, and I don't know. I think it'll continue to get better because there's a lot of people that care about this place and want to see it get better.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right. Well, anything else you want to share?
Yeah, I'm almost at 1,000 followers. So if you guys want to go check me out, I'm at Reseller, and definitely love to be part of this community. I've been enjoying this is the first time I've actually listened to the Waves radio station because before they just usually play music, but today there was DJs. There was a German fellow earlier doing Christmas music, and oh man, it was so amazing.
Yeah, that was probably Global Cop. He's one of the station managers along with Rondon, who you can see sitting in the MSP Waves reading room.
Yeah, so anyways, thank you, man, for having me on. I really appreciate it. I wish everyone Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, good times. Well, thank you for coming on. I'm going to go pause the show. We're going to go put on some more rock, and then hopefully by the time we get back, we'll have... I'm going to wind down a little early. Normally I go until 11, but I think I'm just going to go to 10 because this is it's Christmas Eve, and I'm going to go spend some time with my family.
That's exactly what I'm going to do right now, too. All right, thanks. It was nice to meet you.
Take care. Glad to have you here. Welcome to Pelnet.
Thank you.